Behind every smile lies a secret. Behind every promise, a trap. Are you ready to uncover the truth? Tune in to Season 2, Episode 24. The Face-to-Face. Previously on the hook, the face beneath. Ethan's carefully constructed cover began to crumble as Ola summoned him to a tense face-to-face meeting. Confronted with photos of his suspicious movements, Ethan convinced Ola that he was merely gathering intel, buying himself a fragile reprieve. But Ola's faith in Ethan came with a price, a dangerous test of loyalty that involved collecting from a man who owed him. Meanwhile, David's cryptic warnings hinted at a trap, and Amara urged Ethan to proceed cautiously. As Ola's men loomed ever closer, Ethan's mission to preserve his cover teetered on the edge of collapse. The evening arrived faster than Ethan anticipated. Every step he took toward the secluded meeting location felt heavier than the last. Ola wasn't the type to call for face-to-face meetings lightly, and the weight of the unknown hung over Ethan like a storm cloud. The meeting spot was a nondescript warehouse on the outskirts of town. As Ethan approached, two of Ola's men opened the door, their expressions cold and unreadable. They silently ushered him inside. At the center of the warehouse stood a single table with two chairs. Ola sat at one, his presence commanding even in the dim light. A folder lay in front of him, and his piercing gaze met Ethan's as he gestured for him to sit. "Ethan," Ola began, his tone deceptively calm, "you've been doing well. Better than expected, actually. But I need to know something." Ethan swallowed hard. "What's that?" Ola leaned forward, his hands resting on the folder. "Loyalty. Can I trust you?" The test before Ethan could respond, Ola slid the folder across the table. Inside were photos, Ethan leaving various locations, meeting Amara, and one blurry image of him near a cafe where Mark was known to frequent. "You've been busy," Ola said, his voice sharp. "Explain this." Ethan's mind raced. David's warning about being watched rang loud in his ears. He kept his expression neutral and met Ola's gaze. "You told me to stay connected, to keep an ear to the ground. That's all this is. Networking, gathering intel, and keeping up appearances." Ola's silence was deafening. He tapped a finger on the table, his gaze unwavering. "I see," Ola finally said. "Then let's put your loyalty to the test." He reached into his jacket and pulled out a phone, sliding it across the table. The screen displayed an address. "There's someone who owes me. A man who thinks he can avoid me. You're going to collect. Tonight." The assignment? Ethan's chest tightened. "Collect? What does that mean?" Ola's expression darkened. "You'll figure it out. Show me you can handle this, and we'll know where you stand." As Ethan left the warehouse, the weight of the assignment bore down on him. The address wasn't far, and he had no idea what awaited him. His burner phone buzzed. It was David. "Ola's setting you up. Don't go to the address alone. There's more to this than he's telling you." Ethan quickly texted back, "What am I walking into?" David's reply was almost immediate. "A test. He's sending his men to watch you. If you don't do exactly what he expects, you're done." Ethan stood frozen outside the dimly lit building, his pulse pounding as David's and Amara's warnings echoed in his mind. His phone buzzed again, and Amara's urgent voice filled his thoughts. "Ethan, whatever you're doing, stop and listen to me." But the shadows of Ola's men nearby loomed large, their watchful eyes making every hesitation feel like a potential betrayal. Ethan clenched his phone, torn between Amara's urgency and the dangerous task ahead. The choice before him was clear: follow Ola's orders to preserve his cover, or risk everything by trusting Amara's warning. As the seconds ticked by, Ethan knew the decision he made now could seal his fate. Ethan faces his darkest test yet as Ola's men push him to prove his loyalty by intimidating a captive. With Amara and David offering conflicting advice and time running out, Ethan must decide how far he's willing to go to stay undercover. Will he find a way to navigate this dangerous crossroads, or will his choices expose him once and for all? Find out in the next episode of The Hook, The Face Beneath. Episode 25, The Crossroads.